What else do you, I guess, do the rest of the weekend?
So the reason why I couldn't go is because I was watching the game with Mitch. So a lot of the weekend
Nice.
outside of going to yours, because it wasn't like a busy weekend, but it was still
Yeah,
one of those,
busy enough.
eventful, like we were saying at the
Yeah.
beginning of the podcast. Um,
Yes.
where earlier on Saturday before I went to, your party and everything, uh, Mitch's fiance
Mhm.
had to work all weekend, so he kept
Mm.
coming over with my 1 year old niece. So Saturday we got to hang out. We watched the Flyers game there, and then pretty much shortly after that, around like 4ish,
Mm.
they left. I started getting ready for your party.
Yep.
Um, by that I mean I literally went out to find something to get to bring to the party because I didn't have anything. Um, got home and then pretty much left at that point, which
Yeah.
then that was Saturday. Um, Sunday, same kind of thing. Mitch came over relatively early. I would say maybe like 10:30 ish. He came over both days,
Hmm.
10 or 10:30. The best was actually Saturday because he surprised us and got Chick-fil-A breakfast, one of those like
Ooh,
little chicken minis or whatever.
nice. Yo, I don't even know the last time I had Chick-fil-A. It's been way too long.
Yeah,
I do need to
but
get some.
those were very good. So that was a happy surprise to
That's
that.
nice. Hey, nothing wrong with getting some
Plus,
Chick-fil-A to start your day.
my other brother Matt went to Highland Orchards earlier in the day, so he got some apple cider donuts as well. So of course I had to have some of that as well. So I've
Love
been
those.
eating that all weekend.
Yeah.
Um, so then yeah, Sunday he came over, we watched the Eagles game, and pretty much shortly after the Eagles game he left again.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was definitely
There you
fun. I
go.
feel like I'm seeing more of my 1 year old niece than I had
Good.
previously. You know, um,
That's good.
this past
Nice.
weekend he came over. I think the Saturday
Hmm.
before he came over for a few hours too. Um, so that was cool. The bigger thing that I've actually done earlier in the week or early in the month, and I even sent you, I sent a huge mass snap out because it was the first wedding since my infamous Tommy wedding. Um, but I had my cousin's wedding earlier this month, and I had a funny tweet like or snap out saying, "Will I be able to survive this wedding?"
Yeah.
Which surprisingly, Matt also had the wedding the same night. So
Oh, really?
I got a response back to him saying wedding. Responded back to me saying wedding season's like you look good, sir. He's like right back at you.
Love it.
But
Yeah, no, it's funny because
somebody not naming names didn't think I was going to be able to survive such a wedding.
who would ever think that?
Clearly Brian, because
Obviously.
yeah, that's why he's not here because he doesn't want to face the music.
Exactly. No,
Or give me his
he
dollar.
doesn't want a piece of music. Well, actually, it falls. It's more than $1 now. It's at least about five because it's been over a year. So
It's been a
here's
year.
the at
Yeah, it's over a year.
yeah, yeah, it's been a year. So here's the at least five, maybe $10 by now. All that
Yeah,
interest, man. Just saying.
yeah, it adds
But
up.
okay, to be fair though, I did ask you very important questions about said wedding with drinks and where you're currently at. And you didn't really get back to me. So at least from what I remember, I think that you said you're like, yeah, you're like kind of doing okay. I was like, yeah. So with that being said, then that's a no. You're definitely going to survive the wedding, and we're going to lose the lose it here.
Yeah, you lost. That was a good boy.
Damn.
That was a good boy during the wedding.
Boo, Whitmer, boo.
So so in total, I had two old fashions,
Mr.
two
Old Fashioned Man.
yes, um, two glasses of champagne,
Ooh,
beer, and
it's your
a
pog day.
Captain and Coke. That's all I had.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah,
and the only reason why I had two, glasses of champagne, because whenever everyone's getting the
toast.
toast, but before that, I never had this at the wedding before, but prior, like walking into like where you sit down before like the wedding actually takes
Mhm.
place, they were handing out different like alcohols. So there was like champagne, there was red wine, there
Ooh,
was white wine, I think too.
nice.
So I just picked up some champagne and pretty
This is a
much
white.
before, yeah, this before the the whole thing started. Everyone
Yeah.
starting to drink. So
Dude, I like that. That's got some
yeah.
style. I like it.
And then
It
there
was
was like people walking around taking the empty glasses and everything.
yeah, we so this is two no a year ago, sorry. My cousin Dana, she got married in Philly. And they had something similar where like before I think it was before the ceremony, like people were able to get some drinks and everything like that. It was nice. It was perfect though, because like some of the drinks there was like a special, it wasn't a mojito, but it was some kind of like special drink or like a special cocktail, and
Yeah.
it was just so refreshing because it was like 105 that day outside. It was
Mm,
brutally hot, but the drink was so refreshing. I was like, I don't care if it's alcohol or not. It's so gross out that this is keeping me cool somehow, and I love it.
yeah. But yeah, that was definitely a fun wedding. Again, the weather was perfect. So, and it's actually
Oh yeah,
perfect for like that time when like that's like cocktail hour, or even like if
yep,
you're actually at the reception, the room starts getting hot, so you just step out for a second.
exactly. And honestly, that day was like not a cloud in the sky. It was perfect weather.
Yeah.
We really lucked out. So yeah.
But the biggest surprise I found was actually not even me, it was my mom. And they had a whole, because both my parents and then my sister and her husband
Mm.
had two weddings that weekend. So the
Oh
wedding we
wow.
went to was on a Friday. And then the
Got
next
it.
day, my sister's pretty much best friend that she had from like elementary school up to
Mm.
like high school was getting married that Saturday. Ours was in uh, pretty much Lancaster area. They had to go all
Mm.
the way down to Avalon in New Jersey
Ooh,
in one day.
ooh. That
Yeah.
that's kind of rough.
Yes. And to my surprise, my mom was had who is a lightweight. Just clearly, she's an easily lightweight. She gets flagged after one drink. Just one like rum and coke, she'll get flagged over. And even like whenever it's like summertime, my dad's like, what making drinks in the bar. She always says, "Can you make it a little lighter, less
That we
alcohol
can
in
at
it?"
least have like more than one
Yes.
drink.
Oh, also, unlike Tommy's wedding, where I felt like you couldn't taste the alcohol, so I tasted had
This one
more.
you can.
At this one, they were heavy on the pours, so you know.
Nice.
Um,
Oh, you know,
so
yeah.
that's why I had to stop at two old fashions. Um,
Damn.
yeah. But I wasn't gonna stop drinking.
No, oh yeah, no, but still, like you definitely have to like switch it up to like some of these sides, old fashions. Others you're gonna be on your ass like in 20 minutes.
Yeah, or somebody says, "Let's get some Manhattans."
What?
Yeah, and sometimes it's somebody's downfall.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Who would do such a thing to let their friend just fly on their face,
I
and
don't
then
know.
just, yeah,
Yeah, I have no idea.
no.
But
Yeah,
I say
I
I
can
say
say.
all that because my mom had at least, I think she said she had like four or five old fashions the entire night. Um,
Oh,
and the bigger surprise, because it was a family wedding, so I had a bunch of like
yeah.
uncles and like cousins and my dad. At
Mm-hmm.
one point during like the reception, went out to like smoke cigars
Mm-hmm.
and to get some air. And at one point, we were just kind of taking a break from dancing and
Yeah.
everything. Um, and at one point, like my mom actually takes a puff of the cigar that my dad's smoking. Like, okay, I've never seen this side of my
Where did
mom
this come
before.
from?
Yeah,
Right.
she never does
Yo,
anything.
that's
She never like smokes
hysterical.
cigars or does anything like that. But she took at least two puffs out of my dad's cigar.
Oh my God. All right, I see.